Hey folks, so let's talk about this PlayStation 5 reveal event that happened earlier this afternoon. And I did watch it live. There was plenty of people doing live streams out there, and I just don't have the subscriber base to do one myself. Maybe one day, maybe for the PlayStation 6 or something else. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get it started. So, sat down, watched all the trailers, and I have to admit, the 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 initial show kind of stumbled at a bit. When you're folks at Sony, I just want to give you a little bit of advice. I know you guys, have your business degrees, and you guys are probably really good at your jobs here. But when you want to reveal your brand new, uh, high technology, uh, you know, groundbreaking device to the world, your first trailer probably should not be a game that came out, uh, you know, 5, 10 years ago. The first trailer being Grand Theft Auto 5 uh, was incredibly underwhelming and not very good. When I saw that, I actually thought that it was a joke. I thought they were trolling us because I mean, all you did was telling us was that we can play an old game on a new system. Uh, usually you want to put your best foot forward. You want to start off with a incredibly impactful trailer, not something that people have played many times. The game has sold millions of copies. It's in the top 10 list for weeks and weeks, if not years. So everybody's already has it and has already played it. So to play it on the PlayStation 5, unless you're adding more story or more levels or whatever, not really seeing the point. Anyway, so we saw a few other trailers. We saw Spider-Man. We kind of saw that coming. I have to say they swerved me a little bit with Miles Morales, but that was still pretty cool. It's still Spider-Man. Um, I was surprised with a new Ratchet and Clank. I think I said that in my video before, or in my predictions video, that I would like to see a new Ratchet and Clank, and so seeing that was pretty cool. Um, I would really like Sony to release some type of Ratchet and Clank collection. I mean, there's golly about 5 or 6 games in that whole series. Go ahead and put that out there for us to play. You don't have to do a full reboot. You can probably do a remake and touch them up. Anyway, so we got a new Ratchet and Clank, and we got the ones we kind of knew was going to be announced. We saw a new trailer for Resident Evil 8, which for fans of that out there were probably pretty happy. We saw Demon Souls, which that was pretty cool. I did not play the original. It's not even on my backlist. I have no desire to play it. We also saw the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn 2, and that has my attention. I still need to play the original, so that will probably move up in my ever increasing backlog. I might actually play it sometime this year, so let's keep our thumbs up for that. Uh, but like I said, they came out and they showed a lot of games. They even showed a little bit of gameplay with Ratchet and Clank. We had a few other surprises. We had something with Sackboy, a few other strange games. One of those games with creatures eating snacks and turning into those particular snacks. Yeah, I don't plan on playing that game. I have no desire whatsoever. Um, I was a little bit disappointed. We didn't see anything related to Uncharted. We didn't see anything related to God of War. But I'm pretty sure Sony did not show all what they had uh, coming down the pike, if you will. So I'm pretty sure we'll hear about those pretty soon. At least God of War, pretty soon. I'm not an authority. I'm just guessing here. Anyway, uh, as far as seeing the trailers of the games, I mean, there was even a Gran Turismo. I'm not a racing guy. Just driving around. The cars look nice. They sound awesome. I'm sure the controls are top notch. I've just never been a racing simulation person. I'm not into that. If I do play a racing game, it's something on the arcade side. I'm a huge fan of Burnout, but I know some die-hard Gran Turismo fans out there, so I'm sure they were loving it. I'm sure they were loving it. So I think the trailers themselves did exactly what Sony needed to do. I think that was one of the biggest complaints about the Xbox. They talked about the teraflops and all that kind of stuff. We got to see games, and that's what it really comes down to. Um, and the people that were talking about their games coming out. Um, they kept it short and sweet and say, hey, we have a game coming out. Oh, by the way, whatever that Ghost game is with that headless schoolgirl outfit thing that, you're the only one who can save Japan. Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm not playing that. I know it just popped in my head. I'm not playing it. I'm already a wuss anyway, and I'd have no intention of playing horror games. But that one right there, it took me all of 30 seconds to say, nope, moving on. Anyway, anyway, I'm rambling here. So the games themselves have my attention, and then we got the reveal, and I have to say I won't say I'm less than impressed, but I have to say I am slightly disappointed with the console. Um, for the most part, it looks fine. I mean, it looks fine. You can either stand it on its side, or I presume you can lay it down. They've been pretty consistent with that since the PS2 days. Um, but I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme. The PS2, the PS3, the PS4 have all been black consoles. The decor in my house, in my, my man cave, if you will. We jokingly call it in my house the man cubby. I have black shelves. One day when if I start using my webcam, you guys will see my shelves. But I kind of like the sleek black design. That's just a personal preference. Um, when I think the Xbox 360 came out, it was initially gray, but when the Elite came out, it was black, so I bought it. I just like that particular color scheme. And so when I saw this one, it just did not appeal to me. Um, One of the things is that chances are I'll get it incredibly dirty. I am just not a person who can have white clothing or white shoes or a white hat. Um, it just has dirt just has a way of finding its way on it. Nevertheless, I didn't like the color scheme, and I'm hoping as we've seen with the PS4 a lot. We've had different color schemes with limited editions, but those usually come out 6 months to a year after the initial launch, as Sony tries to boost sales moving forward. And we've seen a lot of limited editions. We've had Star Wars limited editions. We've had a God of War limited edition. We've had, Uncharted, Batman, Red Spider-Man one. That one is pretty cool. And I think the most recent one was the Death Stranding one. That was not too bad. But Sony is big on having limited edition versions, so I'm hoping they will do some subsequently. But I had every intention of buying this console day one, and I don't know. That one's gonna have a stark contrast on my floor. Not my floor. Why did I say that? On my entertainment center. I have a black TV on a black entertainment center. So, and I'm gonna have this console. But you know what? I bought the Wii when it came out, and so. But when they brought out, anyway, when the GameCube came out, I bought the black one. I just like that particular color. It's just a personal preference. Anyway, uh, and I looked on social media, I looked on Twitter specifically, and I saw a lot of responses on it, and people, compared it to a router, which was quite entertaining. And, I don't know. It just didn't rub me the right way. I thought it looked cool. I mean, it looks like a PlayStation. There's nothing wrong with it. It has some sleek curves and all that. But just seeing a lot of responses, I could see that a lot of people either loved it or hated it. It was really, it was a very, I didn't see a lot of people going, it's okay. And for me, I'm leaning on the side of I'm not really feeling it. But is that going to stop me from buying it? Probably not. The only thing that would take me away from buying this thing is if the price was incredibly prohibitive. Probably anything $600 or higher. Probably $500 is my price point. So that's my thought process on that. But I wanted to get your guys' opinion on that thing on the PlayStation 5 reveal event. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys think it was a cool event? Did you think they came on strong? Do you think they blew away Xbox with their reveal? And when it comes to that, I have to say I was already deciding to get a PlayStation 5 over the Xbox, and I have to say I still feel that way. I just feel that PlayStation kind of stumbled on the end there. And I also have to make the comment on creating the two different consoles, one that's with a disc drive and one that's without. I have a problem with those two, with companies coming out with two different versions, and it's a little bit different than the Switch and the Switch Lite. I could easily see where as gamers, as adults, we know the difference. We go, hey, we want the PlayStation, and we get it. But I can also see a huge bit of customer confusion along those lines, especially when a child asks mom and dad, "Hey, I want a PlayStation 5," and then mom and dad goes out, they see a PlayStation 5, they grab it, they give it to the kid, they buy a new game for the kid opens it up on birthday, Christmas, whatever, and then sees that there's no disc drive, and goes, "What the heck is that?" And then dad goes, "It says PlayStation 5 on it. How come it doesn't play games?" And, they take it back to Best Buy, Walmart, or whatever, and they go, "Well, you bought the digital one, which is only digital games only." I can see a lot of potential situations like that. I think they need to be incredibly clear on their packaging, or something that distinguishes it from a regular disc using PlayStation 5. Looking at this trailer, they look exactly the same, and I can see that causing a lot of confusion, and that's the last thing you want to do with your customers. Once again, I'm not a professional when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm just seeing this from a consumer perspective. Anyway, I rambled on enough. I'm hitting the 15-minute mark. But I really wanted to know what your thoughts were on the PlayStation 5 reveal event was. Did you think it was too long? Did you think Did you enjoy it? Did you like the look of the console? Are you ready to buy it, or did it switch you over to being an Xbox fan? Which one do you plan on buying first? Let me know. Post it in the comments. What were you hoping to see revealed on the PlayStation 5? Were you looking for a new Wild Arms? Were you looking for, who knows, a new a sequel to The Bouncer? For those of you that from the PS2 days, let me know. Post it in the comments below. Were you looking for a Parasite Eve collection? I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. And if you guys want to do me the huge favor, you can always hit that subscribe button. It's just right below the video. Help me get to 150 subscribers, and then we can grow together in this whole YouTube world. But until then, I'll talk to you guys next time, and then take care. Peace.